welcome to another episode of Tjhoko Paint and the Celeb series right here on YouTube. And I am so happy to be back. Nadine Vosloo, and with me today is Marika Opperman. Marika, tell us what you're busy with, who you are, what you're doing. We would love to know more.
Thank you, Nadine, for having me. It is such a privilege. Thank you so much. I've always wanted to work with Tjhoko Paint, and it seems like today is my day. So my name is Marika, with a red hair, natural red hair. And for a red hair, it's very important to say that your hair is naturally red.
Yeah.
It's like a redhead thing, so I just had to say that.
Yeah, very important. Authentic.
Authentic,
Yeah.
exactly. I do have a story of hope and of second chances, which I'm sharing with women, and I really enjoy to work under the hashtag of 40-something, as I am 40-something. And I just feel that, hence the story that I have to tell, I just motivate so many women, and I really bring them hope. We do live in an era where we can do so many things, and so much is possible, but somehow we also tend to limit ourselves. Many women, and even my peers, feel at this age that they can only do this or that. They can be a mom and do their work, but nothing else. They are so creative. There are so many amazing things to do, but they are scared to do it, scared to put themselves out there, scared to go on social media, scared and uncertain to live out their passions. And that is exactly what I do. And I just love to help women to find their ness, to just help them and to encourage them and to motivate them, to bring them hope and to give them that second chance in life. You can still be who you are, but there is such an amazing, more elevated version of yourself, which is out there.
I just love it. I'm also 40-something.
I love it. High five. 40 and fabulous.
Absolutely. And I have colleagues that are soon turning 30, and they are just so afraid of getting older. And
Yes.
I just tell them, you know what? Life is waiting for you. Because
Absolutely.
as you live life, you actually gain more experiences, and you gain more courage, and you actually gain more knowledge and just the privilege to just enjoy your journey.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be scared. Life is a journey, and it's there to be lived. And
Yes.
Marika, if I now take myself on my Tjhoko journey, I am living a dream.
I can imagine that. That is exactly what you're doing. And I think that you are such an encouragement and incredible motivation to other women. Well done.
And it's not something that I need to be congratulated about. Even you, it's a privilege to be sharing a story. And I think throughout my journey with Tjhoko Paint, this is what it's been about, because this is a relationship in the making. And so is everything else in life. It's about connecting those dots, connecting those relationships, and sharing those stories, because through sharing those stories, we actually learn the experiences from others, and how they experience a certain event in their lives, and also to just get the story and just the courage not to be afraid of what life is holding for us.
Absolutely. And I also, I'm just thinking while you are talking, is that so much healing can take place through doing art and by being creative. And I'm very excited to see what is going to happen today and what I'm going to learn.
Okay, so we are just going to have fun.
Love it.
We are really going to create with nothing. And to show also that the creative process can happen with very limiting items. But it is a process. And it's also a process to actually get that courage and just that reassurance that you can be the creative of your own journey. So we are going to work with only 2 Tjhoko colors. These are normal pieces of palette wood that was just glued together and cut in a block. And we are going to use these blocks to create block art on a wall with a few creative ideas. So how we are going to start is, I have a few stencils in front of me, and I'm just going to take you through the journey and the process. So enjoy it. You can't make mistakes.
I'm very excited.
We are just going to have fun together. So there's a block for you. Here's one for me. Here's some stencil of Paris paste. There are so many uses for this. So we use it on walls to create texture on furniture pieces with stencils. And we are just going to create art, bespoke.
Okay, lovely.
So we are going to use stencils. You can actually, Marika, you're going to select first. So it's geometrical patterns. It can also have a Moroccan vibe.
Yes.
So you select.
It also reminds me of Italy, traveling through Italy.
Absolutely.
I feel very confident wearing my apron. I am a chef, so I feel if I wear an apron, I am okay. So I feel very confident today by attempting something I haven't ever tried before.
In my kitchen, I paint.
I'm the cooker, you're the painter in the kitchen. That's an amazing combination. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there's some masking tape. So all that we are going to do next is we are just going to secure the stencil that it doesn't move while we're working with. So I'm just securing it. Okay, Marika, what we are going to do next is we are going to use a paint scraper, scoop some of this paste from the jar, and we are going to spread it onto our stencil. So we want the design to stay behind, but with that embossed look.
Wow, okay.
And you can determine how thick you want the application to be.
I think the thicker, the more texture, the more fun.
You do whatever makes you happy.
So there are many uses of this, hey, like against the wall, in a kitchen.
You can
Where
do
else?
so many things with it. So you can do it onto furniture pieces to create texture with a pattern on furniture pieces.
Yeah.
You can do it on a wall. What we've done in the past is we've mixed paint colors into the stencil colors.
Yes.
Create like a cement finish on a wall surface.
Oh, I would love that.
If you want to hide wall tiles, instead of taking the wall tiles off, you can simply trowel the paste onto a wall tile surface.
Yes.
Oh, so there are so many uses on a tray, on canvas. So if you're an artist or you just want to create your own art, on a canvas to create texture, you can do that.
Okay. Oh, I have so many ideas now.
So while this is still wet, we're going to remove the stencil. Then we simply can wash the stencil in water and reuse again. But now you will see the design stays behind.
Oh, this is exciting.
Marika, there's very little in my life that I haven't Tjhoko yet.
Yes.
Spatters, tablecloths.
Even scatters, goodness. I would love to see your house. When I'm in the Cape, I would love to come over for coffee.
Please do. You are invited. How beautiful. Amazing.
I love this.
So we now need to wait for this to dry, depending on the thickness of application and also the weather. 1 to 2 hours will be required. Okay. You now have done absolutely something amazing, but also completely out of your comfort zone. If you can give some advice in terms of life's journey and to accomplish success, what would it be?
Nadine, I love this question. I have so many answers or suggestions. One of the most important things is to be purely focused on the goal. I always say to the ladies that I help, what is your passion, what is your plan, and what is your purpose? And if you keep that in mind all the time, then I believe that you can really accomplish anything. And to work hard, to keep working hard, never give up, even though you feel like you want to give up and like no one is watching you and no one even says thank you or well done. Just carry on, just believe in yourself and believe in those 3 tips, your passion, your plan, and your purpose. And that is where the magic lies. Just keep on persevering. And it also clarifies your mind so that you do not get distracted. It's so easy for us to get distracted, and it's also so easy for us to want to do 101 million little things. But just to remember why you are doing this, what do you want to get out of it, and what it serves you is so important for us.
I love that. Now our next plan is,
Great.
Marika,
Let's go.
to add color to our creation. Okay. We want to, at the end of the day, the plan is to have this delved look, block art effect. Now, color is a very personal choice, and depending on the space you are working in and that you are decorating, you can change the color, but the techniques and the process will remain the same. So for this idea I have, we are working with blues and whites, and the color we are going to work with is Danny's Day.
Oh, this color is so beautiful. I mean, if you could taste, I wonder what it will taste like. It just looks so beautiful.
Yeah, you actually just want to touch and feel, ne?
And I love the detail. It's so beautiful.
So Tjhoko is all about those stories, and even Danny is a person that this paint color is named after with a very special story. So let's paint with Danny.
Let's paint with
onto
Danny.
Our dried stencil of Paris surface, so dry brush, dip it in the paint, and you just let go.
Just let go. Like the whole block?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Do whatever makes you happy. There aren't any rules, you know. I always say whenever we do something, I'm just inspiration. Nothing I say is cast in stone. I'm just here to give some ideas and you make it yours.
Let's carry on. It's amazing how one's brain works, because you actually think of what you can do with this now that you have it, you know, where you can use it, where it will look beautiful.
Can I tell you what I do in my house with these blocks?
Yes.
I use them as serving boards. So I have teenagers in my house, and when we have pizza evenings or burger evenings, I actually use this as plates with all the friends
That
coming
is so
over.
amazing. I love it.
Okay, so we have texture on our surface, we have color, but we actually do want to embrace this texture.
Okay.
And to do that, we are going to work with a 100 grit piece of sandpaper and just lightly sand on top of the texture.
Oh, I love this. This is so beautiful. So Nadine, if I wanted to bring in another color, would I have painted, let's say, this on the bottom and then let it dry and then bring in a pink or red or something?
Absolutely. So what you can also do is you can mix color to your paste. So if you want to maybe have the base in one color and the stencil work in a different color, you could have done the stenciling with a pastel but in your second.
I love that. Okay. Oh, this is so beautiful.
How stunning.
Yes.
So there's the first two items for our wall art. Yes. Now we are going to work with an embellishment. Okay, there's yours, you can open.
This is so exciting, guys. Nadine, this is so beautiful. Does Tjhoko design this?
This is part of the Tjhoko range. So Tjhoko is all about job creation. So our stencils is a job creation initiative. The embellishments, we support someone that makes the stencils. Even the timber blocks that we've worked on before is made for Tjhoko by a person. So not only do we try to empower people and create job opportunities within our own business, we also make this a community initiative.
That is just so amazing. I'm so happy to hear this. It's just phenomenal. And it's proudly South African. How incredible. So you're uplifting your community immediately. and then it just spreads wider and wider.
Absolutely. Okay, now we need color.
Yes.
We're still going to work with Danny's Day just because we are working with a theme. So it's easier to keep your embellishment on the carton because you have grip. Okay, and now we're just going to paint it. Okay, Marika, let me see. Well done it.
Thank
This
you.
now needs to dry. So let's just put it aside so it can actually dry. And now we are going to create the next item for our Delft theme. And this is with these sheets. So it's part of the Tjhoko decoupage paper range.
This is almost like a Versace vibe.
Love it. So how we're going to apply this is with our clear glaze. We use it in kitchens, bathrooms or outdoors to ensure that the surface that's being painted is UV resistant and water resistant, but it's also an adhesive. So all the Tjhoko products are so versatile and has more than one use. How we are going to do this, dip the brush in the jar of glaze and we first paint it onto the dry surface. So there's cloud white already on the surface. The cloud white has dried. We paint the clear glaze on top. Then we put the sheet down. So this is actually a large decoupage sheet.
Yes.
That we just cut up in blocks. And then we also paint the clear glaze over the sheet again. So if there are any excess pieces, like for instance over here, once the sheet and the glaze has dried completely, we will just use a 100 grit piece of sandpaper and just sand that off. I think it will be perfect.
Nice and smooth.
Well done, Marika. That looks amazing. That also now needs to dry. So let's just allow for that to dry before we do the sanding and to ensure that everything is nice and neat. We're going to go back to our embellishments. And the technique that we will be doing next is called a dry brush technique. So I dip only the tip of the brush in cloud white. Then I use a dry rag and I remove any excess paint. So this is a lovely technique to do on a surface where there's detail.
Okay,
just to accentuate that detail. And what I do next is I simply brush over the surface.
And it's just popping. The whole design just pops.
Exactly. And you can change direction. So the moment you change direction, something else will reveal more detail, more crevices, more grooves.
It's just coming alive, like completely.
And now we can stick this onto a block with super glue or any strong adhesive. How stunning.
I love it.
How stunning.
Stunning.
So next to me, I have done a few blocks just to actually show you the idea, because I see so often once someone sees something, they actually form an idea of what the result should be. So here's a few blocks that we have completed. So a lot of designs, and now we can organize them to actually form an art wall. We can include yours there, mine there. Can you form the picture?
Yes, I can, and I just love it. It's just coming alive. The whole picture is exactly like you said. It's just coming alive and just looking amazing.
And we can be playful and move blocks around, but this is more or less the idea of the entire theme. Marika, if I look at this table, it is a complete creative mess. Did you enjoy the creative process today?
I enjoyed it so much, and it is exactly what you said, one cannot go wrong. So I really thoroughly enjoyed just stepping out of my comfort zone and trying something different. It seemed overwhelming in the beginning, but I'm so glad I did it, and this is exactly what I feel women should do. Step out of your comfort zone, try something different, even though it scares you. Just go for it, girl, just go for it.
Absolutely.
And we are never too old. That's also the other thing, hey?
Yeah.
We are never too old to start something new, to start a different challenge. So let's just go for it.
So if we want to reach you, where can we find you?
So you can find me on all social media platforms, Marika Opperman. Otherwise, info@marikaopperman.co.za. I would love to help you to reach your full potential. And remember to like and to subscribe just here.
You said earlier that you are a chef too. I've taught you a lot of creative skills.
have.
Will you teach me to cook?
Oh, I would love to. Let's go.